Dr. Pawan Saini and the whole organizing team, all the dignitaries, all the students who are here to participate in this conference to this wonderful land of Krishna. I am really thankful to all of you. And today, just now, the topic has been taken by Dr. Jasmine ma'am, and it's really difficult that I can elaborate more clear than the ma'am. And that's why I will just go ahead for the practical part of that, so that you all the children will be able to analyze what we can do in a robotic neuro rehab. It's a changing concept, and I think everyone is aware about that. Now, be frank, we are also the robot, as we are manipulated by the God. He assists us in all the activities. Whenever we need help, the God help us, Lord Krishna help us. In the same way, the robotic system has been started. We are here to manipulate, to help the people who are not able to walk, who are not able to stand, and physically handicapped, we can say, spinal injury cases, neuro cases. What's the role of robotic neuro rehab? Maybe I want to clear all the things to you as much as I can. Why robotic based rehab? We will discuss the two things. To discuss the needs of robotic based rehabilitation, to review the existing categories of the robotic device for the upper and the lower limb, to review the clinical utility and efficacy of the robotic based spinal upper and lower limb rehabilitation. We are not able to support the patient. How sometimes the disability, to such extent, the robotic system will help. I can give you the example. In case of unweighing system, if someone is having the spinal injury and he is not having the proper power, we can say the one power is there, only the flickering is there, then what will happen? Then with the help of unweighing system, we can as we remember anything, क्या हम सोच के वॉक करते हैं कि कब हील रखना है, कब टो रखना है? कितने लोग सोच के वॉक करते हैं? नो, हम सोच के वॉक नहीं करते। और जब प्रेशर डाला जाता है विदाउट सपोर्ट, अगर हम किसी पेशेंट को वी ट्राई टू वॉक, then he has to put more efforts. All the concentration he is having, not the development of the spinal cord. For that, he is having the afferent fibers हैं, they will not be involved properly. The patient will concentrate only on the phobia will be there, he can fall. With that support, he will be able to walk more easily and the system will be developed. Brain is having a very, very good power. Everyone knows we can, but with the help of robotic system, it's easier to do the repetition. Next, another advantage is the ability to provide more motivating training context by means of a computer gaming environment. गेम्स आई थिंक हर कोई लाइक करता है। कौन कौन गेम्स बिल्कुल नहीं खेलता? हैंड रेज करेंगे। और कौन कौन गेम्स खेलता? वीडियो गेम की बात नहीं कर रहा। आई थिंक आजकल वीडियो गेम ज्यादा हमें इंटरेस्ट लगता है, उससे ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट इतना नहीं हो पाता। हैंड डाउन कर लीजिए। थैंक्स अ लॉट। गेमिंग इज ऑलवेज इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट फॉर द लर्निंग, and in that, like the virtual rehabilitation is there, in that the games are there. With the games, patient becomes more engaged in the activities, he enjoyed that activity, the rehabilitation part become more and more stronger and effective. Appropriate for all levels of the ability. Like we can use for the lower limbs, we can use for the upper limbs. Both the things we are having the robotic system, assistive devices are here. Rehab robot gives new hope for the bedridden and changing the future of rehabilitation. Are you agree with this or not? I think everyone who is engaging in the robotic system, he is agree with that. For him, how much he got the positivity with that standing, that person can only know. One thing I can say, only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. I think जिसको प्रॉब्लम है, जो bedridden है, उसको जब आप खड़ा करते हो, उसकी जो स्माइल देखते हो, that is the main power. That is come with the help of robotic system. Because the theoretical part I will not cover. That part has been covered very well by the Dr. Jasmine. To understand this statement, just understand the meaning of neuroplasticity. I think how many people or how many physio students are knowing about the neuroplasticity? Please raise your hand. I just want everyone should be engaged with us. How many of people know the neuroplasticity? Really strange. Everyone is a physio students. Nobody is raising the hand. This is the main part of our brain, but the neuro, like robotic rehabilitation, what the purpose, why this come into the existence. It's defining the ability of the nervous system to change its activity in response to intrinsic or extrinsic stimuli by reorganizing its structure, functions, or connections after injuries. This is a definition. I will tell you in very simple language. When at the time of birth, there are neurons which are having the synapses. There are 1500 synapses at the time of birth from the cerebral cortex. And when the kid becomes the age of 3 years, those fibers reached up to 15,000. And at the age of adult, this goes to half. These synapses means whatever the circumstances, whatever the environment, whatever the situation we are having, the kid is having, the environment on that basis, some synapses become very much stronger. Others which we are not using, those go totally diminished. This is the way on that basis we are teaching, we are educating, we are rehabilitating the patient on this basis. We have to make new synapses. Are you engaged with me? Are you getting me what I want to tell you? D11, D12 fracture, he come to us in the month of December. It's a very small video, and I just muted. You can just see what we are doing on the. You can say on the second and the first came to us. Not having any power in that sling, and I was just telling you about the neuroplasticity which I have told you. There are two types of plasticity here. One is the functional plasticity and second is the structural plasticity, which you have to understand. It is the brain ability. Functional is the brain ability to move functions from damaged area of brain to other undamaged area. That is the functional plasticity. जो हम न्यूरो रिहैबिलिटेशन में करवाते हैं पेशेंट्स को. नेक्स्ट स्ट्रक्चरल प्लास्टिसिटी इन द ब्रेन्स एबिलिटी टू एक्चुअली चेंज इट्स फिजिकल स्ट्रक्चर एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ लर्निंग. That means with the repetition of the activities we can train the patient. The few days, the 29th of December, the patient, initially we should not go for the 90-degree direct sending of the patient. Firstly we are going for the 60-degree with a tilt table. These all are part of our rehab center. Now we have on the 31st of December we move to the 90-degree sending. Everybody is getting or not is with the date which we have mentioned. Because sometimes hypotension happen, patient is not having the control in the legs, all we are supporting with that belt. That's why not directly to the 90-degree, firstly to the 60. Now this is a thing which he is doing on the 1st of January 2023, kneeling with the Swiss ball. Because according to me, visual things always remain our brain very well, and we are able to learn very nicely with that. What are the benefits of neuroplasticity, which I will tell you with that? The ability to learn the new things. Are you getting my point? Neuroplasticity, ability to learn the new things, the ability to enhance existing cognitive capabilities, recovery from strokes and traumatic brain injuries. We are getting the help from neuroplasticity. Now in this section of the video, we are just showing joint sensation testing and training. I was just asking the patient where you are feeling the sensation on the toes, on the ankle or on the knee. Initially he was not able to tell, he was not feeling anything in any part of the lower part of the body, because he has got the fracture at D11, D12, he has operated for that. Now the neuroplasticity benefits in the next is the strengthening exercise, strengthening areas where function is lost or has declined, is our benefit of that. And the main part, improvement that can boost brain fitness. We are having a lot of capacity if we want in any aspect. Problem, the stamina has been built up.
That means how he has made all these things? Only with the power of brain. If the normal people, we can do this thing, they can also do. Is it okay or not? We have to do the counseling part. Most important part in the neurocount is counseling. Here the Dr. Sandeep Chauhan is the Asian Hospital. He is a HOD. He is a very, very good friend of me. He is having very good command of the neurorehabilitation. Sometimes, no, I can say most of the time he is snatched by patients. He is so good. Or not? It's good, yeah, thank you. But that is a healthy competition. Whomsoever is perfect in the field, he should do the work, according to me. This is a healthy competition. It should be there. I think in a neurosurgery department, it's very, very high competition, sir. Mukesh Pandey, very high competition. And now you can see mat exercise activity we have started on the 6th of January. These are all the basic things. It's not like that on the first day we will go for the unweighing system. Firstly, we have to wait. As the doctor said to us initially, everyone is having that different aspect, different perspective. It's not like that everyone has to move to the washroom with their limbs. No. If someone is not able to even sit and after your rehabilitation he is able to sit or move from the bed to the wheelchair, that is also a very, very good achievement for us. Because according to on the basis of injury, you can see the wheelchair transfer which we are teaching. And you can see one thing very interesting. My team is there, Dr. Meenakshi, HOD department, and everyone is there. Dr. Namika, Dr. Charanjit, I just bring all of them to here. Dr. Ritika is here with us. My team is working. Only the teamwork can give you the results. Not yourself, not alone. Only the teamwork. Are you agree with this? I just want to listen yes, because sometimes I feel in the backside someone has slapped. Is it like that? Yes or no? Yes, you are sleeping or not? Now the strength training exercise we are going. This is the pelvic strength training. On the 13th of January, he came to that December. Now, I just want to tell with that, the robotic devices, ma'am has told, because a lot of things I have to tell, but initially the topic has been covered by Dr. Jasmine. That's why I am avoiding all these things. Again, there is no need to listen for all these things. There are type of assistance we can discuss. Here, one is the active, a device able to move the limbs. Passive, a device unable to move limbs but may resist the movement when exerted in the wrong direction. Next is the hepatic, a device that interfaces with the user through the sense of touch. Next is the coaching, a device that tracks the movement and provide feedback. These type of assistance we can give in the robotic rehabilitation. Earlier things Madam has told, and effector based, exoskeleton based, planner based. Now this is the main thing. On that day his wife cries a lot. And it was a feeling which I can't express because with the whole support he is working, but she is happy and he is happy, which we can give to our patients. This is the first day on the 26th of January. First thing is that neurorehabilitation is not a one-day process. It always takes time. You have to convince your patient. You have to daily boost up your patient. You have to daily encourage your patients that it will take time, but you will be okay. Now this is a harness system which you are using. Now he is moving. And you will see within a 2.5 months how much improvement he has got. To remove the support which that unweighing system, we have to loosen it up. Now the weight is not carrying by the machine. Now he is moving, the belt is there for the safety purpose, but he is moving. And you can see the pelvic control. Now he is rotating his hip, he is lifting with the help of pelvis. But after a few days, you will see how much pelvic control he will get. Now we have removed. These quotations I always mention with that video to make it little bit interesting for all of you and to make positive also to the patient.
सीख लो तो मेरे पास उनको चला जाता है इस वीडियो में
Maybe everyone is knowing about that. In our hand we are having 3000 mechanoreceptors. In the case of neurorehabilitation, what we are doing from the first day, we tell the patient you have to strengthen your upper limbs. Because we know sometimes he has to drag himself with the walker, with the different type of assistive devices. And if we'll go with that upper limb strengthening from the first day, it will be much effective for the patient when he has to walk with the help of assistive devices. That's the main part which we are doing. Whatever we are having, we have to strengthen firstly that. What we are not, in that we will do our work in a regular way. Now you can see some students from that foreign medical college are like coming to us from the US and the UK. They are helping us. Now he is moving very well with the help of walker.